Hi everyone, it's me, Jacob Adams. I'm here with Chris. Yeah, here we are again in our impromptu series, and a series that has evolved just out of some emotional decision to impact and share. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what's the topic.
What makes a legend? That's a good topic.
What makes a legend? I like that one.
Yeah, what makes a legend?
I believe a legend is someone who stands out, who obviously makes their mark. For example, in company, in life in general, people will see that guy and be like, I remember him. Why? Because of your success, right? You don't really remember as the bad guy. But you don't remember like, oh, that guy was great, or that guy was killer, at sales, marketing, whatever that you're gifted at, man. What do you think, Jacob?
Those are all good markers. I think a legend, one of the keys that you didn't address, I don't think I heard you address, is longevity. Length of time as to which someone produces a work or these remarkable feats. The length of time I've been in the fitness industry, like the first time I saw my first supplement was in 2003 in Austin, Texas. It was a fat burner, Dymatize was just coming up. Dymatize is a popular brand now, but around that time they had a fat burner. I remember really promoting that fat burner. It was like $20. I was like, hey, for $20, you can't go wrong with this fat burner. It was a good 90 count bottle, felt good energy. So that was 2000 and that was 2001. Okay, so here I am about 18, 20 years later in the fitness industry, still selling supplements, still have one of the same clients, and longevity I think is a big key. Because say someone comes and goes, so longevity is something that makes a big difference. Like, can you stay at a certain level? One of my coaches, Brendan Burchard, says a high performer is someone that produces at high levels over the long term. So it's not just 1 month or 2 months or a year or two. It's to consistently be what you say you are. During this coronavirus, the guy, Brendan Burchard, kept putting out videos trying to help people stay positive. And so when it's all said and done, he's going to go down as, damn, when shit hit the fan, this guy stayed on course. Can you stay the course when shit hits the fan? That's one of the big keys to a legend, I think. And I don't think that's not often discussed because it's not as sexy. But when it all comes down to it, that's really when people shine, I think. When the chips are down, can you come back up? Can you, What's your thoughts on that one?
That's a good way to do it, man.
Yeah.
Very good.
Longevity. So one of my friends is a pro bodybuilder. He's been at it for freaking since 1990 something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think the word legend it's real epic. Maybe you can't even.
Definitely.
Maybe you can't even you can't almost conclude it until you're done with a career. Like, when someone's gonna be in a way, like the guy brought up, the coach, Brendan Burchard, he's probably gonna be a legend. Like, he's projected to be. Unless he does some crazy shit where he ruins his whole reputation, he's probably gonna go down a legend. Right? He's projected to do that. Yeah. But, I don't know. I don't think you can conclude it. That's kind of why I said we were talking about it earlier. I was like, the word legend, You can't really conclude it for yourself. That's one thing others have to say for you. Right?
Definitely.
Because it's like I can't say for myself, I'm a legend. And then, you can say it. You can say it, but people are gonna say, okay, well, you're confident, obviously.
But I mean, definitely, you want to hear from other people.
Michael Jordan's a legend.
I mean, if you know it, you know it. Just you don't gotta throw it out. But you know it. You know what you are.
If you know, like, if you know that you can produce a good amount of work. Is Lance Armstrong a legend? He went down a legend originally, and then they took away his titles because he was drug. They caught him with steroids. Remember that? What's your thoughts on that? You know, he was a legend. He was a legend.
Okay, because you got caught with steroids, but the guy was still a legend.
Yeah, he did the work. You know, other guys were juicing on it too. So.
But I mean, a lot of people can juice and not get the same results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people can. That's very true. Very true. Yeah.
Like you still got to put in that work.
Oh yeah, you always have to put in the work, regardless. The work is the work. The work is the work.
The work is the work.
You know, out of quarantine. Well, it's still slowly coming out of quarantine. I don't think we're all fully out. You know, because the gyms are still kind of slow.
And a lot of places are slow. Hey, they opened up the clubs. I saw Snapchat, my buddy at the clubs, but of course, when he was Snapchatting, it was a desert at the club.
Oh, so they opened them up though.
Yeah, they opened them up though.
Which who was showing that?
One of my buddies. He was.
Does he have?
He went to Lux.
What's his name?
Eddie. He went to Lux. I saw he was at Lux. Mm-hmm. I wasn't at Lux because you told me that it didn't open up yet. So he goes downtown. F-word it as in fuck it. So I still said it. But yeah, he goes downtown fuck it. He goes and I'm like, what are you doing? But then I saw they were all open. But of course, when he was Snapchatting, I couldn't help but notice that it was like a gym situation where you saw like very few people. You know?
Yeah, like you're not gonna go crazy in that. Like you're not gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was a desert.
I think personally, clubs are too soon. That's one where I think.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of things are too soon, but we're each their own.
Yeah, everybody's saying different things. Even though I said it's too soon, you're saying. I think a lot of things are too soon, so it's different. We all say, no, I mean, like, the gym needed to open. I was going crazy. And yesterday, you finally saw, like, what I was like, you did your pre-workout, you pushed yourself, and I came in, and you were like, dude, I'm fucking pumped. And I was like, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was already feeling like, with the quarantine lockdown, I was like, fuck this shit, dude. Yeah, and so now we're starting to feel a little normal. You know, I got plenty of work to do this year, man. I got plenty of work, you know. I like these YouTube videos because it's kind of an easy way to reach people and be casual, but I also got to do some marketing. That's one thing I got to get better at this year, like some of my ads and stuff. What's one of your goals this year, man?
This year I really want to actually... I have some personal goals because I feel like I've been focusing a lot on other people. I need to focus a little bit more on myself right now. I've been trying to help out other people to get out of the certain situations they're in. So right now I need to kind of help myself a little bit, you know, get a little bit further in what I want to do as far as my degree. Maybe go back to school, but right now, it's because I just feel like I was going down a real educational path, you know. And then I didn't really do much with I got a pretty nice job as a fitness director, and I kind of just forgot about school, and I'm thinking to go back for my master's, you know?
You already got your, what do you have?
I already got my bachelor's.
What's your bachelor's in?
Secondary studies, though. I don't like, not that I don't like it, right?
What is secondary studies?
Middle school. Secondary.
Oh, okay. So you be a teacher?
English, supposed to be an English teacher for middle school, but because that was my major was secondary studies, my minor was English. I
think it's good to be. Would you want to be a teacher or not?
I substituted twice. I realized right then and there that was not for me. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love kids. I love kids. I don't like a whole classroom full of them. You know. The
reason I agree with you is that
right?
It's because the kids today, when a kid or a teenager goes to public school, they feel entitled. They feel like, hey, you know what? I can come if I want. Like they have an attitude that says, I don't even want to be here, but I'm here, right? And nowhere in life is that the case. If you think about it, nowhere else in life but in school. Are you there, but you don't want to be there, and you feel like people got to serve you. Does that make sense? Like nowhere else in life is that a real reality. Everywhere in life that you go, it's like you chose to be there. You chose to be there. So, or it's your job or something, right? But school is the only place that you're kind of forced to go, and people give you stuff and time and resources, and you feel like it's gonna come to me anyway. And so, there's a little bit of an entitledness that these kids get. And if you've worked in the private sector like myself for all your life, when you encounter them, it's almost like you're dumb. You realize that the kids are so immature because they haven't experienced real life yet. They don't know that they're coming across as little shits.
Yeah, for real.
You know, they think and parents, I think, realized it with this quarantine. I heard that, these kids and the teachers got to get paid more, and it's like, what'd you think, man?
Well, actually, in the court, I don't know how it's working out right now. I don't know how it's going, because obviously I know that the teachers are at their house, they're doing it through the computer. I know my brother was doing it like that with his students, but you gotta have a lot of patience. And I have patience, but man, it's like, yeah, like you said, the kids are really, they know how to trigger your buttons. And they don't know they're triggering your buttons. Like, they don't understand that, hey, I'm a human too. I have buttons.
Yeah, it's because they don't want.
They don't understand that.
They want to make it seem like we don't have to even give you respect of a human being.
Exactly, man. It's just like, oh.
And you can't do that. You can't do that in real life. Like in real life, if you do that, people are gonna tell you something. Okay, so if I disrespect somebody in real life, they're gonna be like, "Excuse me," or "Back up," or something. And these kids get away with it because you can't tell them. Let's just say they tell you something, you can't be like, "Hey, yo, shut the fuck up, you little bitch." Like, you kind of would probably want to tell them that. You know what I mean? But they either had the protection of not dealing with real life. They could tell you shit from real life, the way they really feel, but they can't get it right back. Right?
Yeah.
It's like weird. It's almost like the teachers become their little animals that they can treat like animals, and the teachers have to put up with it. And that's why teachers complain, because it's like the teachers they're forced to deal with 30-some people at a time that are, maybe some of them are rude and wanting their attention, and the teachers want to get their job done, but they suck some of them go in there trying to get attention from the other kids, so they're going to throw a distraction to throw a wrench in the teacher's plan, and the principal's going to give the teacher a hard time because the grades are not high enough for the testing. So it's this real shit storm.
Yeah, it becomes problematic.
Mm-hmm. Man, I bet you some people are going to be grateful that we said all that.
Oh,
yeah.
Not the students of now, other people.
Yeah. So that's why I don't really like the public sector. It's very, ugh.
I learned it the hard way when I went. I had to, I thought it was kind of cool the first time. The second time I saw it for what it was. And I didn't get angry, but was I angry? Deep down, yes. But of course I didn't let the kids know. But that's the problem. You can't let them know, so they just kind of take charge. Like, we can really mess with this guy. But it's like, no, you can't mess with it. But like I said, they don't know any better, and that's fine. You just got, like I said, I love being with kids, but you gotta be real. You gotta have a lot of patience. If you don't have that patience, maybe teaching is not the best option. You got, because as a fitness director, I like how people would understand what I was saying a lot better. The ones that did not understand that good, I would get a little bit impatient with them. But you know what? At the end, it was, I felt like it was because I was trying to accomplish something for them, to get them the right trainer, of course. So it was a little more worth it. But definitely an experience I will not forget. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the public sector sucks a little bit, but so you might go back into the sales job, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure. Probably. I like it. It's a little challenge, and I like it. I like a challenge because I like being pushed. I like being, trying to, see if I can hack it. I know I did great in selling contracts. I did great in selling cars. I was able to sell windshields. I mean, like I said, I know like they told my stepdad, my brothers, they told me like, man, you have a gift for selling. But I mean, it's not, you don't just have to act on your gift, you can learn other abilities, but definitely it's the one I see that I've had the most fun with, and I didn't see it like a job. I saw it more like a challenge and like a activity to do during my day, as in to try to see what I could do. And it was a good way. It was a very good way of making money at the same time, getting to know people, throwing yourself out there, getting recognized, acknowledgement. It was great. It was great. Cannot complain.
One of the things that we could talk about is something I've been low-key studying, getting into slowly, is, okay, well, something I was trying to tell your brother a while back is, here's the kind of a layout as to the general play of the female imperative, the feminine imperative, the female agenda goes something like this. Women party, from ages 18 to 22, 23, 24. From 25 to 27, they start getting a little more serious. But then by age 30, they usually have to marry a guy. Now, they're going to try to marry usually a guy that is under 30. If you recall, that's why I tried warning you about you-know-who. I was like, okay, Chris is 28. This woman knows that she did the math already. She knows if she's going to get him, she's going to get him now. And so this is an agenda. And, well, the layout goes like this. So in that 20 to 25-year-old range, a lot of them will have a baby with a guy they want to have a baby with. Like, say he looks cute. Now, what these women have done a lot of times is they know that they're going to get taken care of the government. In other words, us as men, we think this. In other words, most men, some men don't give a flying fuck. like they don't get the baby daddies of the world. They give two flying fucks about it. Okay, they're just gonna pop them, drop the load, bust the nuts, and then feel good, and then maybe lay on the side a little bit and regret it because they're thinking, oh shit, I came in.
Yeah.
And then, but she's thinking, good, he came, now I'm gonna get pregnant. This guy's thinking, fuck, I don't want to, because the guy's thinking, who's gonna pay for it? How am I gonna, it wasn't a plan, so I don't want a family with her. Who's gonna pay for this baby? But you know what she's thinking in modern society, because she's thinking, I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna get some other, if this guy bounces, all I care about is that my baby's gonna look good because I got his genetics. That's all I wanted to check. Now, I can get some other guy to take care of this kid. Some guy that's a little bit desperate or whatever, that, he's doing his best in life. He's gonna work all his life, and they'll help me take care of it. I'll give him some of this pussy, and I'll make his life a living hell. He'll pay for the baby, and et cetera, et cetera. And you know where I'll find him? I'll find him at church. Because they're gonna make him feel like shit if he doesn't step up and be a man and raise this kid, because I'm here, a good, godly woman. But it was her plan the whole time to go through that situation. So if you think about it, that was the whole plan, and here is the dumb guy. And so men get so much criticism by feminist movements, by the feminist people, but in reality, there is a lot leveraged against men. There's a lot leveraged against them. Men go to war, men die in war. Most men that end up without a home or homeless are men. Men die more readily. Okay, in the courts, if you go for child support, men are less likely to end up in favor of that situation. So the scale is turned against the men, really. And that's something to talk about and to bring to the surface of public discussion, societal consciousness. And I do think it's becoming more and more popular. It's becoming more and more popular to discuss this And that's part of the reason men are not getting in relationships as much. Because there's really little order to relationships. This day and age, if you get married and you have a baby with a woman, if you don't protect yourself legally, and she could just take half and take you for child support, and it's happened to my friends, you know, you can get fucked.
All right.
So what's your thoughts on all that, Chris? I mean, do you have something to say about all that?
No, I mean, honestly, it's just one of those topics that, you know, you think, I was listening to you and I thought about it, and it's like, yeah, man, I mean, you're right in a way. 'Cause I have a couple friends that I know, not saying no names definitely, but, you know, I feel like they were the second guy, you know, they were that second guy that they got dragged in with that girl, and now they're taking care of a kid that's not even theirs. But I mean, they can take care of it, but I just feel like they kind of got dragged into it without, you know, any advice. But
In that situation,
some really do love the kid, and that's awesome.
yeah, if a man understands what I just said, and he goes, that don't matter to me, Jacob. I'm gonna go into it because I have the biggest heart in the world.
There you go.
I am a risen king. It's like, okay, bro, go. That's fine. I tried telling you, man, but it's fine. You already know. All right, bye. You know what I mean? You know, there's guys that are like that, right? Like you can tell them everything por la buena. That means like you can do your best